Welcome to the Voice of Prosperity, unlocking the hidden secrets to the power of prosperity in your money, your life, and your business. Get ready for your heart to be touched in a powerful way with your friend and host, Matthew Miglin.
I want to talk to you today about wisdom. Wisdom is one of these missing elements that I see throughout people's lives and business, relationships, families, just all over the earth. I just see one of the elements that seems to be missing greatly today is wisdom. So what is wisdom? Well, wisdom is the application of knowledge. That's probably the simplest definition. Wisdom is that which comes from the heart of God. Wisdom is that which is an action word versus a passive word. Wisdom is that which creates results as opposed to just creating facts. Wisdom is very special. It's what I call the missing piece. It's the missing piece for most people's lives, why they're not as successful as they would like to be, not as wealthy as they would, expect to be, not having a marriage that they had hoped to have, to not be the person that they had always thought they would be. Wisdom is that missing element. It's the missing piece that determines whether somebody actually reaches those things in life that they desire. Because without wisdom, you don't even have a chance of succeeding. You don't have even a chance of getting close. Wisdom is the principal thing. It's the key to unlocking the truths in life. It's the key to unlocking the knowledge that the world has or what you've learned. It's the key to making action come out of those facts that you may have accumulated throughout your life. It's what makes the books you read more powerful. It's what makes life worth living. So let's dig in a little bit to wisdom. First, from a spiritual point of view. See, God says to ask for wisdom, and he'll give wisdom to those that ask for. If you're familiar with the biblical story about, Solomon, Solomon was the wisest man who ever lived and also one of the richest men who ever lived. Put that together and notice the correlation that the reason why Solomon was so successful in his reigning as a king and why he was so exemplary amongst other nations and other kings and why he was so wealthy was because of wisdom. And how did he get wisdom? He simply asked God for wisdom. When God asked him, what he wanted, instead of asking for riches, instead of asking for position or power or anything that, most of us would ask for, he asked for wisdom so that he could rule and reign over the people effectively and with a discerning heart. And he knew wisdom was that key element. So if wisdom is something we can get from God, maybe it's something we can't get any other way except from God. If it's something that's a gift from God, then it's something that he created on purpose and created for a reason. And just Solomon's life alone has been a great example for us to see that wisdom works. It really works. It stands out amongst everyone else. So now, from a natural or a natural viewpoint, let's look at wisdom from where we can start adding it to our lives just on a daily basis. Well, when wisdom is the application of knowledge, it means we need to have some knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, you're not a reader, you're not someone who studies or seeks knowledge or seeks God, to read the Word of God or to get some knowledge from God, or understanding from the church or from your boss or from your career or your education. If you don't start with some knowledge, then you can't build the wisdom very effectively, because wisdom is the applying or the action of the knowledge that you've obtained. That's why knowledge alone has not been enough. That's why there's thousands of college professors who, some of them barely make a living, and many of them die broke. Many of them have never gained any great wealth at all. Why? Because knowledge alone is not the answer. It's the application of the knowledge. A college professor has all this knowledge on business and how to be successful in business and how to be successful in marketing a business and managing a business, and teaches all these principles, but never takes them and applies them himself. He never reaps the fruit of it. He doesn't ever walk in true wisdom of the knowledge that he has. The business entrepreneur who takes that knowledge and now applies it can reap the fruit of it, the benefit of it, and we see it. We see it with these huge companies and corporations and companies that have become super profitable and successful and have done amazing things in life for people around the world or around in the country. We see as it was because of an application of the knowledge that they had applied. So whatever area it is, it could be your marriage, it could be your career, it could be your, things you want to do in your life, your dreams, your hobbies, whatever the case is. If you want to gain wisdom, which will give you the upper hand, then you need to gain the knowledge and now take that knowledge and apply it and put it into practice. My dad used to tell me a story I thought was a really great analogy. He said, there's hundreds, if not thousands of books on dieting. Yet most people are still overweight and fat. And it's not because they haven't read the books. There's many who have read not just 1, 2, or 3. Some have read 5 to 10 or more books or programs or courses, whatever, on dieting, on how to lose weight. The question is, why are so many still overweight? Because most of them got the knowledge, but most of them never put the knowledge into practice, never put it and applied it to their lives, at least if anything, not over a long enough period of time consistently. It's funny why diets generally don't work is because people only go on them for 3 to 6 months, maybe 9 months. And then when they lose the weight they want, they go back to their same lifestyle, which is why they end up gaining weight back, because they're going back to what they were doing. They never applied the principles to make it a lifestyle as opposed to just a temporary diet change. So we need to adapt the things that'll make us apply knowledge so that we have the wisdom, so that we reap the fruit and the rewards of wisdom. So if you want to be successful in your business, successful in life in general, begin to find the knowledge, begin to apply the wisdom, and then you'll begin to see the fruit of it. That's simple as that. It's plain and simple. No simpler way to look at it than that. I recommend at the same time asking God for the wisdom. Let him be a part of this. Let the true wisdom of God come, because you know what? You can apply knowledge that's not truth. You can apply and put action to some knowledge that's not the deeper truth. It may have some factual principles, but not be the truth or the full facts of life. So you need truth to make sure you're applying the proper knowledge, because just because you're applying knowledge doesn't mean you're going to naturally reap the fruits of the benefits of wisdom. Because if you put the knowledge of something that's false or not really truly stated, or it's a manipulation of the truth, you don't necessarily get to reap the full benefits of it. So I'd ask you to ask for God for wisdom and to help you find the truth, to uncover the true knowledge, the truth that will set men free, that'll actually make a difference in the world, that will actually be something that's founded on the truth. Because there's a lot of knowledge out there, but not as much truth. And if you're founded on just plain knowledge that's not rooted in truth, it's not going to stand for very long. A person who, learns, let's say, from example, like the mafia, learns some things on how to become successful in business. Well, they may apply the knowledge and gain some wisdom and actually begin to see some of the fruit. But if in the end they end up getting locked up because they did something that was not based on the truth of the law or on the truth of righteousness or things that are or not illegal, then that fruit of that and the reward of that may be short-lived and not long-lasting. So it's important to make sure whatever it's founded on is founded on a foundation of truth. So ask God for truth, ask Him for wisdom, begin to have that knowledge, begin to glean and take in that knowledge, and now put action to that and watch the rewards, watch the things in your lives begin to change.
We hope you were blessed with the message today from Matthew Miglin, the voice of prosperity. If so, make the world better by sharing this with a friend to help them prosper as well. To learn more about this and other resources, visit Matthew at voiceofprosperity.com.